we're the best. I mean, I hate to say it.
Wow.
But we're amongst friends here. None of the other people from the Film Awards
They're not here.
watch Mega64.
No.
What's funny, legitimately, we're pretty big we're pretty
I don't see
big.
it.
We have a worldwide audience.
Yeah.
And I know that sounds pretentious to say, but it's true. There's people from Australia, from Europe, from all corners of the globe who watch us. Here in San Diego, they have no fucking clue who we are. In the local film community.
They're not aware of the web. The
So
power of the reach.
I feel like when we submitted our stuff this year for the first time after doing this for 10 years, it was like we came out like bats out of hell.
Yeah.
Seriously, like out of fucking nowhere.
You weren't on the radar, and then all of a sudden, there you were, and it was like you were a big...
Like, we submitted stuff into the comedy field, and we were going up against people who are just coming out of college now.
Medium
which
fish
is
in a little
unfair
pond.
because we've been doing this for 10 years. So it was fun, and we did really well.
Awesome.
And it was nice.
Well,
You know,
this is amazing. This reward that
This
you
guy-
don't
Is
even
that
know.
really for real? Like that's
Yeah,
legit?
that's-
Your name's on it, dude.
No, his name is not on
Oh,
it,
it's not?
actually. But it does.
I didn't. Eric snatched it away before I got a chance to read it.
But yeah, no, they called his name out, and there was nobody there to accept. Well, I was there, so I accepted for him.
Nice.
Nice.
Thank you.
What did,
Don't thank me. Thank
Look at that.
so it's,
all
so
of
it's-
San Diego.
Sorry.
It's an
I'm just
award
grateful.
for like best acting. What is
It's
it?
A-list. So, this is what it was. San Diego has a lot of film festivals. They've got like 6, maybe even 10. They've got a lot. They rolled them all up into one festival this year. Just called it Film Week. So at the end of the festival, it was actually 2 weeks long. At the end of the 2 weeks, I guess they had everybody who watched, who attended a screening got to vote on, their favorite stuff and nominate actors. And the people who are the governing body there cast their votes too. And at the end of it, they tallied everything up. And they made a list in every genre of who the best actors were. So
No
this
shit.
guy
Came out on top. Was that first place again?
he's on fucking
I know, he
Twitter.
doesn't even fucking care.
I'm
He
explaining
could care less.
how his award was awarded to him, and he's just like scrolling. Like, are you still talking about that award I won?
No, I'm checking on some stuff.
He's making sure everything's
I'm
legal.
checking
we're
some.
saying.
I'm checking some important things.
Is
right
it
now.
the first place actor?
A-list.
A-list.
So he's not like he's best. He's in the best of the groups that you could get, right?
Okay.
You don't want a D-list actor.
No.
You want an A-list actor.
Yeah, you do.
Exactly.
I don't know who the it was. It was everybody. No, I think you had to appear in at least 2 productions that appeared in Film Week.
Oh, okay.
So we submitted.
Yeah, we had
3.
2 things. Yeah.
We submitted 3
Oh,
actually.
3.
2 of them got in. Pizzatron and Mitoma No No. So check those out if you've all seen them.
Hey, what didn't get in?
You're all.
So they liked you in
we
Pizzatron,
already talked
too.
about what didn't get in. It was Papers, Please. I don't know why they didn't accept that one.
It's the Times. They're afraid to touch it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It must be.
It's a hot topic.
Everybody watching, you've already seen our videos.
Uh-huh.
You're cool. You know us so well. But here you are to see Rocco win his award, so that's a special occasion.
Thank you. I really can't.
Have you ever won an acting award? Other than the award where they voted you most like Christ?
They did.
In our old theater.
Right,
Yeah.
I forgot about
In,
that.
Most
in
Christ-like.
Christian Community Theater, I got an award for most Christ-like.
If they could only see you now.
The Rose Award, and the people there took it really seriously, and I had no clue what to say when I picked that up. It was like, I think it was that there were a lot of kids in the cast, and I was filming like Jackass type stuff.
Yeah.
So I think that
Jack Butt, you mean?
I think the kid vote over, like, I think all the kids thought my videos were funny. And
I mean-
I knew you at the time, but I feel
Christ
like I know
was in
you
the videos.
so much better now.
Yeah, we do.
And when you won that award, I remember thinking like it gave an impression of you to me, like, oh, this guy won the most Christ, like I don't know, like
Pious.
yeah,
It
he's
was
very
weird.
pious.
And I'll never
I
forget.
know you way better now.
I walked up and I said, "Thank you, man. This is so weird." I remember saying, all I could say was, "This is so weird." That was probably really insulting. To
Well,
people who
nah,
gave
the
that
Lord
award.
knows.
Well, Rocco, that is weird that they give you,
You know
an award
what?
for being
Hey,
Christ.
you know what? Let me point out something. If Jesus himself had been given an award
For being like him, yeah.
most Christ-like, his literal response would be, "This is so weird."
Yeah,
Why are you?
So,
Why are
I
you
think-
comparing a kid to Christ?
It was Christian community
Is
theater.
Christian community
Yeah, but
theater?
that's
But
filling
who's-
your head up
Who's
with
the
all
most?
kinds of.
No, but it was who was the most Christ-like in
Delusions
terms
of
of their hard work and their like how much they've helped others
Dedication to the
sacrifice
cause.
and sacrifice for the show and stuff like that. Yeah, I was just some
Dude, you
bit
died
part.
for their sins.
I was some bit part in that show, but like I said, I think there were enough kids slightly younger than me in the cast that just thought my stuff was funny.
Yeah.
That I think they all just
voted for you.
Oh, I remember that guy,
In
and
that
then they
theater
submitted
troupe,
it.
In that theater troupe, at the end of the show, they give about 10 awards out, and it's like best crew member,
Yeah.
person who's most reliable, funniest
Yeah.
joker,
Yeah.
person who brought the best cookies.
Yeah.
But then, like, kind of the biggest award of all of them is the thing they call, the Rose Award,
Yeah.
whatever it is. And this is.
It-
It's funny because everything's kind of like a joke, haha, but then they get very serious. And this final award,
Yeah,
person
and that
who
was the
most
one I won.
Christ-like.
And I was like, oh, and I remember sitting in the crowd, and this like younger kid was next to me, and he's like, "Hey man, like I think you're gonna win that thing." I was like, "That's not possible." And he's like, everyone I've asked just went, "Oh yeah, Rocco," and wrote it down. I think you're gonna win. I'm like, that can't be. And then it was the same woman that won like 5 years in a row before me.
Oh.
It was like a
she
woman.
must fucking
She played.
hate you.
It was like an older
How
woman.
can you win 4 Christ-like awards and then
Right,
hate
you
the
just
person who
continue being
usurps
the most
you?
like-
There was a woman there. She played like Mrs. Claus in
What
the
a
show.
saint.
And she like took care of like all the kids in that show and like did stuff for them. Like she was the one that should have gotten it again.
Yeah.
She like spent all this extra time like making things and like doing. I didn't. I was filming like Jackass type stuff, and like I mean I didn't do any of the things that the other winners have ever done. I just think it was luck of the draw that I got my name written down that many times. So
I think that, honestly, they say it's most Christ-like, but it's kind of like the popularity award.
maybe.
It's like, yo,
I feel-
it really is. Like, I think that you were very friendly and just easy to get along with everybody, and that's,
Dude, you
what they
played the
really
Christ
awarded you
angle.
for.
Yeah, I did. I usually
You
do.
did the
I
Christ
usually do play the Christ angle.
He plays the Christ angle. He greets you with a smile. He tells you what you want to hear.
And he
Yeah.
stabs you in the back.
Fuck,
Yeah,
that's
that's
a
true.
Judas move.
Isn't Jesus? Didn't
I've
do that?
learned from the best.
He learned from his
I've
enemies.
now died like the rest.
Best of both worlds.
Keep your friends close, but your enemies closer, Sean.
This is offensive to me, and I say we talk about things that are not.